You gotta stop with the overthinking, people. You have to stop with the overthinking. You have to stop with the overthinking when it comes to the creation of content for your six-figure coaching, healing, course creator business, or whatever business, frankly. If you're trying to get clients or customers or whatever online, you're going to create content. You're going to, oh, take this off. You're going to need to create content. You're going to need to, because that's the only way that people get to know who you are. That's the only way that people get to know whether they can trust you. That's the only, particularly online, when you're in person, but even in person, guys, even in person, if you went networking or, wherever your people are likely to hang out, you would still need to have things to say to them. You would still need to, you still need to communicate with people. And the thing is that if you had someone right in front of you, you would find it easy to have lots of words to say. Because I know a lot of the people in my community, we have lots of words, just like me. You have lots of words. When you're actually trying to help someone without thinking about your business or anything like that, you have a lot of stuff to give them. You could give and give and give in terms of giving them advice, giving them wise counsel, giving them ideas on what they can do to move forward. But the moment you decide that you're in business and now you're trying to create content for your business, it's like, oh my God, I don't know what to say. I have nothing to say. Oh my gosh, I need to come up with this really professional stuff and I need to come up with this really grand stuff. And then you think about it and you think about it and you think about it. You don't do it though. Which then means that you're making the whole thing worse, because you're thinking and thinking and thinking, which makes you think that you don't know what to say. And then your brain is taking on this idea that you're not capable. And then it just all gets worse. When actually, if you just took a little bit of time to consider or imagine that your person was right in front of you, asking you a simple question, like right now, I can be imagining that you're asking me, how do I create content, Rosemary? How do I come up with stuff? This is what I'd be saying to you. This is exactly what I'd be saying to you, even if you were right here with me in actual person. I'd be saying, come on, think about the person that you're here to serve. What kind of questions do they have on their mind? What kind of problems are they actually facing on a daily basis? If they asked you about it right now, what would you say to them? How would you help them? Write that down. Say something in a video about that. That is how you create content. That is it. Think about your person. Really care for your person. Hey, I'm Rosemary Knight, by the way. I suddenly realized I didn't introduce myself. I am the Money Minister. I'm business coach to action-oriented spiritual people who are done with living in financial restriction, who are ready to build six-figure incomes, usually in your business, because that's the person I work with more directly, is you as the coach, you as the healer, you as the course creator. I support you in hitting six figures by this time next year. Okay, if you are coachable and teachable, it's absolutely possible. And I even created a book for you called the Six-Figure Spiritual Business Book, which you can get in my bio, or if you're on Facebook, you can get it elsewhere. But actually, that's not what I'm supposed to be talking about. I'm supposed to be telling you about the boot camp I'm doing right now. Listen, if you want to get some more ideas on how you can create content, on how you can define your niche, and on all that stuff, on creating your six-figure coach, healer, spiritual teacher business, then join the free bootcamp that I'm doing right now, okay? Because then we can actually have a proper conversation, especially if you go VIP, where I can help you with your specific questions, okay? So that's available to you. The link is around this video somewhere, or it's in my bio. But really, seriously, don't make content creation difficult. You are a coach, you are a healer, you are someone with a message, you're a spiritual teacher, or you're a course creator. You do have this content inside of you. You just think that it needs to sound somehow different from the way you would say it. It doesn't. I literally sat here right now. It's almost like I asked the divine, what does the community need to hear? And this is what comes up. And actually, I just finished the client call, so this came out of it as well. And so it's like, you know what? Just speak on that. And that's what I'm doing. That's how you create content, and that's how you create a lot of content. Because when it comes down to it, let's say, because I understand this sometimes causes difficulty with people, is that your message, ultimately, there's only so many ways you can say your message. And so there's a part of you, because you're having to say the same kind of things over and over and over again, that feels as though surely everybody's heard everything I have to say. But you need to start imagining that there's that one person in front of you who is asking the same question, because repetition helps, okay? So they're asking you the same question. You still need to answer them, right? But then there might also be that person or some other person who is asking you the same question, who didn't hear what you said to the first person. So still the same response applies. But every time you give that response, you will say it slightly different. And because you're continually growing, every time you give that response, you will say it's slightly different. It's like, again, somebody said to me a few days ago or whatever, during one of these live streams, that, oh my gosh, Rosemary, I've been watching you since 2019 and it's the same stuff and you're still going. And it was supposed to be a compliment. But I realized it's true. My message hasn't changed. It hasn't changed in all the years that I've been doing this business. It hasn't changed. So I've had to learn to say things differently. And I get that sometimes, that feeling of, oh, haven't I said it 20 million times before? Does anybody actually need to hear it again? Yes, they do. I have to remind myself of this, so I'm reminding you. Don't make content creation really complicated. When I started, I must admit, yes, I did have things like a matrix where I'd write out different ideas of things that I think people need to hear about. And then I'd take each of those ideas like a robot. I tell myself, like a robot, take something, write something about it. But then I started allowing myself to get into the flow of intuition, listening to the divine, all of that stuff. And then it's just, you know what, you get an idea, act on it. Act on it. Immediately write something out. Immediately capture the idea. And then put it out there. There's no one piece of content that is going to make or break your business, okay? Because sometimes people get into this idea that they need to create this perfect piece of content that when people read this stuff, they're going to throw money at you and you'll never have to work another day in your life. It is never going to happen. Your business will grow with the consistent little actions that you're taking on a daily basis, the consistent things you do little by little. You'll not be able to say this one thing was the thing that changed everything. That's not going to happen. So you don't need every single piece of content to be absolutely perfect. Now, yes, you can get strategic about it, that after you've created a certain amount of content, you start to see what works better and what doesn't. And then maybe because you can start to recycle and repurpose the old stuff and only repurpose the stuff that actually seems to do better with your new audience, because every day, of course, you're going to be growing your audience, right? Basically. And then you can start, so then you can get more strategic about it. But to begin with, just create, build an audience around who you are, okay? Stop hiding yourself. Really imagine someone in front of you and just speak to that one person. That's it. Whether it's written, whether it's in a video, whether it's in an email, whether it's an audio thing you're doing, keep that in mind. And honey, one piece of content, one good piece of content can suddenly be transformed into all manner of pieces of content. But you have to create that first one in the first place, right? Okay. Content creation is not as difficult as you're making it. You really need to almost picture just speaking to friends about something that they want help with, that you are capable of helping them with. And then for some of you also, some of your ideal clients are actually just you a month, a year ago. What would you have wanted to hear? Share that stuff. Don't make this too difficult, please. The internet the world generally is full of content from all kinds of places. And not a lot of it is as positive as it could be. We have a great opportunity to infiltrate the world with positivity, with wisdom, with stuff to help the world elevate. Take advantage of that opportunity. Share your heart. Don't hold back on sharing who you are. Don't try to be perfect. Nobody's looking for perfection here. Put yourself out there. Dare to do it. And once you get into the discipline of it, it becomes a habit that it's like, how can I not do this thing? It's part of who I am. And then it gets easier because you don't have to think about it anymore. But you have to get past this initial part where it feels difficult. Oh, I don't know if anybody wants to hear me. And oh my gosh, person, that sounds really stupid. And they think I'm crazy for thinking that. And it's the whole world hates everything I said. And then they're bombarding me or bullying me online and all of that stuff. Which probably will not happen to the extent that you're thinking it will. People will have something to say. Some people will. But you know what? So what? So what? If somebody has something negative to say, there's probably 10 other people who didn't say anything but loved what you had to say. Unfortunately, People are more likely to tell you when they think you're crazy than they are to tell you when they think you're good. Who knows why? But it is just the way that it is. I can't tell you the number of people that come out of the woodwork after, oh, I've been following you for years and I just never said anything. It's like, I didn't even know you were there. So don't make content creation difficult. Make it a form of service. And keep pointing people towards what you want them to do next. Because as much as your content is a great form of service, you know that the real way that they're going to benefit from your stuff is to work with you. So do not shy away from taking that content and then ending it by saying, this is the next step. Just like I'm saying to you right now, join the freaking bootcamp. Okay, we're done day one, so you can get day one right now in the group. So, but you have to go sign up. It's rosemarydonnieknight.com/free bootcamp. It is the 6-figure coach, healer, spiritual teacher bootcamp. I've had so many people when I'm speaking to them on the phone saying, oh, you're doing the stuff that I want to do, Rosemary. Well, come and learn how I'm doing it then. Okay, so go over to rosemarydonnieknight.com/free bootcamp, or if you're on Instagram, it's the link in my bio. Go and join in the bootcamp. I'm so looking forward to sharing this stuff with you and seeing you start to infiltrate your community with your message. The world needs us spiritual people to rise up, okay, and be bolder in our approach to the world. Come on now. Come on. Okay, your 6-figure business awaits. Are you ready to create it? It's not going to create itself, man. Okay, so share this video with somebody else and you go join the bootcamp if you are that person who has decided to be a 6-figure coach, a 6-figure healer, or a 6-figure spiritual teacher. Go join the bootcamp right now. Okay, much amazing love. Until I see you in the bootcamp or until the next time. Much love, much love, much love, much love. Share this video with someone else. Bye.